Fatal 100 Quest Chapter 100 prediction. What is going to happen in this chapter? Well, it's going to be a lot of fighting. It's going to be a lot of revenge in this chapter. And let's just say new rivalries and new grudges will be held. And Erza's probably going to get really angry versus a specific someone in this latest chapter. Sit back, relax, and I hope you enjoyed this video. So for those of you guys that don't know, Fatal 100 Quest Chapter 99, it ended off with a little bit of a cliffhanger. So if you didn't know, in Chapter 99, let's just say all of the crew are now regrouped. They are split off, some are in a little bit of a group, some are split off with each other on their own, and chapter ended off in a weird sort of way where now it's not even going to be Laxus versus Kiran. That fight's been technically called off for now, but it's going to be Erza versus Misaki, and also it's going to be Lucy versus Kyria, and it's going to be Natsu versus Suzaku. Those are the main fights that are going to happen in Fatal 100 Quest Chapter 100, and those fights are going to be insane because we already saw something that Misaki did to Erza in the previous chapter. She did something so unspeakable that it has never happened until now. She cut Erza's hair just before she started to fight, just because she didn't like it, and now Erza holds such a bad grudge against her that she wants to not just defeat her, but destroy her, because you can see that from the look in her eyes that she gave off when she would actually realize her hair has been cut, and the little bit of after effect of what would happen since her hair was cut. So that is going to be a grudge fight where Erza is going to go all out and try and destroy Misaki, who should not have done that to Erza, because we know how powerful she can be once she gets super pissed off. So yeah, good luck Misaki, you're gonna need it. And also Lucy versus Kyria, that is also going to be another interesting fight, because yes, both of them are not as powerful as the rest of them in their guild, but it is still going to be an interesting fight because Kyria, again, she was the only one to stand up to Celine once she became the guild master, and even though technically she is very weak compared to the Dragon Knights and everything, she is still a tough opponent. And Lucy, to fight her, I would say that is sort of an equal match where Lucy has actually grown throughout all of her battles that she has gone through. She's become much more powerful, she's been able to use the Celestial Spirits much more efficiently. So this fight between her and Kyria is going to be an epic fight, because it's going to show off both their abilities to fight, and not just that, it's going to show Lucy's ability to go up to her next level and be able to be on par with the rest of the other guys, because that's what that's what we want to see from her. We want to see from her that she's able to be on par with everyone else. The fact that she can actually stand her own versus Diablo's guild members, and she needs to show off her power a little bit more, I would say. Hopefully in this fight versus Kyria, we will get to see that. But another main fight that is going to happen in 100 Quest, which is probably going to be in most of this video, is going to be Natsu versus Suzaku. Round 2, here we go. Guys, get your popcorns, because this fight is going to be epic. We all saw how the first round went, where Suzaku literally destroyed both Erza and Natsu. Fine, they were in Elantia, and they did just come out of this giant cave where they had to fight all of these giant monsters, and fine, Suzaku, you won the first round. But this second round, nobody else is there, it's just going to be Natsu and Suzaku. But this time, Natsu has seen some of your abilities, Suzaku. He has witnessed it firsthand, and let's just say it's not going to go exactly as it was before. Because Natsu, he always adapts through each battle. He learns and he always remembers how his opponents are and how to, like, let's just say a particular person back in the Grand Magic game said that Natsu's mind in battle is like a trap. If you land in that trap, you're not going to get out, because he will literally grab onto you and not let you go. That is a sort of battle style that Natsu has, and since he's already tasted it once versus Suzaku, you can tell that Natsu is not going to fall for the same tricks twice, and he is going to destroy Suzaku. Or it's going to be an epic equal fight where Natsu and Suzaku will probably respect one another after this, and he will probably go on to say that I shall be the one to defeat Celine, because this is part of the 100 quest that I have been assigned, as it is the pride of our guild to complete. That is going to be a little bit of an epic moment, because then Suzaku might have a little bit of hope, thinking I was no match for her, but he might just be a match for her, because the way he fought in our battle, the way I saw his power, and the way and the amount of improvements that he can make, he might just have that shot. But I think Hiro Mashima won't make it that much of a smooth sailing, because you have to remember where they are as well. They are in the giant labyrinth, the corpse of the 6th god dragon, and they have to capture the Lord Dragon's heart. So that is also something that you gotta take into mind, because the way Hiro will do this is, this would be a sick idea if this were to happen. I'm not 100% sure if it will happen, but it would be a sick idea. So imagine this, Natsu and Suzaku are fighting. They go through walls, they keep moving around the giant labyrinth, and they just keep fighting it until they get to a specific room. And where is the specific room? Well, they are right in front of the corpse of the 6th god dragon, and they literally see the Lord Dragon's heart. They literally see that, and they are thinking, yes, okay, so we've reached the room, let's go ahead and grab the heart. But before they grab it, they get teleported, because I'm thinking the Lord Dragon's magic is quite powerful, and it might even have the power to manipulate time to show Natsu and Suzaku a time before all of the dragons fighting. A time which, something that even the guy that even gave out the 100-year quest was a little bit scared of. The Dark Age. Something where it held weapons even more powerful than face. And that age was such a dark age that nobody wants to speak of it, especially Kyria, the person who gave out the 100-year quest. He does not want to speak of it whatsoever. So imagine that would happen. Natsu and Suzaku actually know what the Dark Ages were, why it is so bad of an age, and why really Kyria doesn't want to talk about it. And they might understand one another even more, and through that they might also find a way to defeat Sannin, maybe using some of those weapons that, even though Kyria will probably not want to happen. So that would be an interesting curveball that Hiro might throw to us, throwing a little bit of time in there, throwing a little bit of history, and not just that, showing more weapons that are capable of destroying everything. Because we saw how powerful Face could have been, could have destroyed all the magic in the continent, and that itself is very powerful, that it took, what, 5 dragons to destroy all the faces in the entire continent. So imagine weapons that are more powerful than Face, but even harder to destroy. You'd have to be on god dragon power in order for you to defeat those weapons. And who knows, some of these weapons might not even be weapons. There might be beings, there might be people, there might be even other dragons that are as powerful, that literally are able to destroy everything because they have that type of power, but they are all sealed away because something might have happened. That would be an interesting way to introduce us to the Dark Ages, and it'd also give us a little bit more history towards the guild's history and everything that was built up to now the current age, where all the guilds are really good, everyone's got their own, and wizards are really accepted into the society, because back then guilds were like the sort of safe houses where whenever wizards got kicked out of their towns or were going to be burnt alive, they could always go to guilds to be at a safe place where they know that they'd be safe and secured. But maybe it wasn't as smooth as that would be, and maybe Kyria might be hiding that from the crew, and Natsu may have to know what that is in order for him to move forward to defeat the god dragons. Again, another interesting plot hole Hiro might throw to us. So you guys, let me know down below, do you think something like this would happen? Do you think Hiro would throw us that type of curveball, showing us the Dark Ages, about all the dark weapons that were back there, and would he give us that dark curveball, do you think? Let me know by dropping a comment below. And if you enjoyed the video and want to see more, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. Thank you guys for watching, take care, and peace.